So we are continuing our test corrections. So on this one it says, which equation is true when the value of x is -12? So what we're going to do is take x and we are going to plug it in. So -12, we're going to plug it in for x in each of these situations. So let's start with A. So on A, it says 1/2 x, so 1/2 times -12 plus 22. So 1/2 of -12 is -6 plus 22. Well, different signs, so we're going to subtract. So 22 minus 6 is 16, right? Yeah. So 16, and you keep the sign of the bigger number. So it's positive 16. Does that match here with 20? No. All right, so let's try the next one. B says 15 minus 1/2 times -12. So times -12, so 15 minus 1/2 of -12 is -6. So minus a negative becomes 15 plus a positive, right? Plus a positive, 6. So that's going to equal to 21. So that seems to match, but I'm going to keep going just to check my math. So the next, so we have 11 minus 2 times -12. So 11 minus 2 times -12 is -24. Minus a negative becomes plus a positive 24. So 24 plus 11 is, 34 plus 1 is 35. So 35. Does that match here with 17? No, it does not. And last but not least, we'll double check the last one. So 3 times -12 minus 19. So 3 times -12, -36 minus 19. Well, you can't do that, so you have to add the opposite. So same sign, add and keep. So 36 and 19, 9 plus 6 is 15, 3, 4, 5, 55. So -55. That one doesn't match either. So we have our answer of B. Okay, moving right along to number 10. It says, at a high school football game, 12 out of the first 20 fans to enter the stadium were Mustang fans. Based on this information, if there were 1,000 people at the game, how many could be Mustang fans? So it says 12 out of the first 20 are Mustang fans. So 12 out of 20. It says if there were 1,000, how many could be Mustang fans? So that's telling me I'm going to predict, right? I'm making a prediction. And this is experimental probability. So that means I'm going to have to set up a proportion with x over my new total. So x over 1,000. Before I multiply, I want to simplify. So I can divide this by, let's see, 4. Divide that by 4. So now we have 3 over 5 equals x over 1,000. So we're going to do a cross product. So 5x equals 3,000. Divide by 5 to get x by itself. So 3,000 divided by 5. I know 5 times 6 is 30. And then I have to fill in to my decimal. So x is 600. And then your decimal point. So hopefully you gridded that in right. Okay, so number 11. it says, which problem is best represented by the equation 19 plus 3x equals 40? Okay, so right here we have 3 with x, so just remember we need to be multiplying 3. So A says Ricardo spent $19 and then bought 3 boxes of golf balls. If he spent $40, how much does he have left after shopping? Okay, so it's saying that X is the amount after shopping when X needs to be what I'm multiplying 3 by. So that doesn't really make sense, right? Because he spent 19, he bought 3 golf balls, and we don't know how much they are, and he had $40 plus how much he had left to spend is 40. Okay, so let's try the next one. Juan earned $19 babysitting, so that's his starting point, and then he earned $3 an hour for raking leaves. Okay, $3 per hour for raking leaves. If he earned $40, how long did he rake leaves?
Mommy.
Well, that sounds good to me. Hi, Avery. Okay, so next it says Gail paid $19 for a pair of jeans, and $3 for a pair of socks. So $19, $3, and then bought a sweater.
Mommy.
How much, if she spent $40, how much was the sweater? Next one, Yen earned $3 an hour cleaning house. If she worked 13 hours, how many more hours does she have to work to earn 40? Okay, so $3 an hour times 19 hours plus how many more is 40. So looks like our answer here was B. Okay, next question. Make sure you have all your work shown. It says Federico has $36 to spend on clothes. All right, he wants to buy a shirt for $8 and the rest on pants that are on sale for $10 a pair. Which inequality shows how many pairs of pants he can buy? Okay, so he's buying a shirt. So one shirt for $8, the rest on pants that are $10 a pair. So plus $10 times the number of pairs of pants. Yes, Avery. Shh. And then he has $36. So can he spend more than $36? Well, no, he only has 36, right? Can he spend less? Yes, he can spend less. Can he spend equal to? Yes, he can spend equal to. So let's look here. It looks like F is a match. Let's double check. 36. All right, so F is our answer. Next problem. Let's see, number 13. It says Deborah surveyed customers at a restaurant to find out their favorite meal. The results of the survey are shown in the table below. So one person in the restaurant will be picked at random. Based on the information, which statement is true? Okay, this person's favorite meal is twice as likely to be hamburger and French fries as it is to be spaghetti. Okay, person's favorite meal is twice as likely to be hamburger and French fries as it is to be spaghetti. So hamburger and French fries is 17 twice as likely, okay, than spaghetti. So 2 times spaghetti. So hamburger equals 2 times spaghetti. 2 times 8 is 16. Those are not equal. So I would say no. Then it says this person's favorite meal is 4 times as likely to be chili. So chili is 4 times as likely, so as vegetarian delight. So 4 times 3. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. That looks good. Let's keep checking. It says this person's favorite meal is more likely to be chili. So chili is 12, is more likely than hamburger and French fries. Well, 12 is not greater than 17. So no on that one. And then this person's favorite meal is equally as likely to be vegetarian delight So it's saying that's equal to spaghetti. Well, no. So our answer on this one was B. All right, number 14. Which number or line represents the solution to the inequality? All right, so we needed to go through, draw a line down the inequality sign. And of course, our first step is to either add or subtract. So it says minus 13. We need to undo it by doing the opposite. So plus 13, plus 13. So 13 plus 8 is 21. Keep my inequality sign there. And I have negative 7x. So my next step, I want to get x by itself. So I need to get rid of the negative 7. Right now it's multiplying, so I'm going to divide. So divide by negative 7, and boom. I'm going to put my star there to remind me. So x, because I have to flip the sign since I divided by a negative number, is less than or equal to 21 divided by negative 7 is 3, and it's going to be a negative because a positive divided by a negative. You either use Dorito Man or tic-tac-toe to know that, right? Positive, negative, 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 negative. All right, so I did a positive divided by a negative, so my answer here was negative, okay? So if it's greater than or equal to, I know it's going to be a closed circle, so they're all closed circles. And I'm looking for it to be on negative 3. So there I see negative 3. This is a positive 3. Here's negative 3, and this is a positive 3. So I'm down to these two options, and it's pointing to the left. It's less than or equal to, so if I put it on my little arrow, it needs to point towards the left. So it's going to be F. And now on to the last problem here. It says, which of the following equations best represents the same relationship as the graph? So first of all, I'm going to start out always with my y-intercept, and I see it going through up here at 3. So that's 0, 3. So I know, using my formula chart, y equals mx plus b, and the b here is my y-intercept. So I know it's going to say plus 3. So now I can go ahead and eliminate, let's see, this is plus 6, no, plus 3, plus 6, plus 3. All right, so now I'm down to a 50-50 shot. Well, then I see that my line is going from left to right. It's going downhill. So since it's going downhill, I know that my m is going to be negative. So here I see a positive, here's a negative. All I had to do to find the right answer. All right, make sure your corrections are complete. Make sure you wrote your keywords and your explanations. This is all part of your corrections grade.